Hi, and welcome to another in the ARM What Is Program series. In each episode, we dive into a tech topic to give you insight and perspective into some of today's hottest design trends. I'm Brian Fuller, Editor-in-Chief at ARM, and today we're going to explore ADAS, or Advanced Driver Assistance Systems. ADAS may sound new to you, but if you have a late model vehicle, you probably use the technology. Today, to help us understand what is ADAS, is Suraj Gajendra, Senior Director of Technology Strategy with ARM's automotive line of business. When he's not helping us understand what is ADAS, Suraj is busy working with his 12-year-old son on an Arduino-based project that keeps them both out of trouble. So, without further delay, let's dive right in, Suraj. What is ADAS and why should we care?
Thanks, Brian. ADAS stands for Advanced Driver Assist Systems, right? And as the name suggests, it's one step into the future where the car detects some of the its surroundings, like for example, the lane assist feature that your car may have already, right, is an advanced driver assist systems. So it's kind of helping the drivers, kind of telling where the car is headed, what's happening around it, and things like that. It's not autonomous driving, because that's the next level, but it's one step towards that, where the car can actually detect what's going on in its surroundings and then alert the driver and say, hey, this is what is happening.
Okay, so you've also given us a nice differentiation between ADAS and fully autonomous driving. So thanks for that. The technology seems pretty magical, and that usually translates into pretty expensive. Is it being populated in more and more affordable vehicles?
It is. It definitely is, because I think as the technology evolves, it does become much more affordable, right? So in the sense that the sensor technology is evolving as well, right? So the sensors are actually becoming, cheaper than what they were before, right? And most of these intelligence is actually being built into software, right? So software, is actually driving most of these newer workloads that are being put into the car, right? So what happens is, yes, it is getting more and more affordable. You do see a lot more cars on the road with ADAS features today than what you saw like 4 or 5 years ago, right? So yes, it is. Again, we are in a transition. It was not as cheap as like 4 or 5 years ago, but it is, as the years are passing and as the evolving technology is improving, we are actually seeing much more affordable. It is becoming much more affordable.
Okay. From a hardware and software standpoint, is implementing ADAS a technical challenge?
It is. It's definitely a technical challenge, right? But again, this is an evolving technology, and people are writing very, very intelligent algorithms to detect some of these things and then alert the driver. So we're getting there, right? It's challenging, and multiple ecosystems needs to come together. For example, the sensor ecosystem, the software ecosystem, and all of these different ecosystems have to come together. But we are definitely making a lot of progress.
So Suraj, you mentioned technological evolution. How do you see ADAS evolving in the next few years? And do you think it'll expand into different use cases?
Sure. I think, fundamentally, Brian, what happens, there is the fully autonomous vehicles, will become a reality for sure. I'm a firm believer of that, right? In whatever shape or form, it could be a robo-taxi within a geo fenced, city environment, or a much more private car. But for us to get there, ADAS is going to be the intermediate step, right? And advanced, systems within the driver assist environment is actually going to be much more critical for us to have. So you will see more features like passenger monitoring and driver monitoring and all of these different use cases kind of being enabled over the next couple of years before we kind of like get into a much more autonomous vehicle, a fully autonomous vehicle, which can still do a lot of these things, right? The passenger monitoring is still kind of like probably will be deployed in a fully autonomous car as well, right? But that's where we're actually going.
Well, thanks, Suraj. I think it's time to go out and upgrade to an ADAS-enabled car. Check out all our other What Is episodes here and be sure to subscribe to this channel because we'll be adding more episodes as the year progresses. Thanks for listening.